Hey guys, today I've got Matt on the show. He's here to talk about 4 simple strategies to boost your email response rates and deliverability. Some of you guys might know Matt from his newsletter, Copy Legends. Matt, welcome. How are you?
Top of the world, brother. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Dude, I'm pumped for you to be here. Your newsletter, in my mind, has come out of nowhere, and the engagement that you have and kind of the click-throughs that you have are crazy. So can't wait to learn from you and hear from you. But really quickly, what are you working on? What are you up to right now?
Yeah, so Copy Legends has grown into really my favorite passion project I've ever worked on. I started out in the e-commerce space and the supplement space back in 2014 to 2017 and ended up launching Copy Legends here October of last year. So we're coming up on about a year, which actually the day that I speak at the Black Friday Summit with you and Rob will actually be the 365th day since the first sale Copy Legends ever made. So there's some synchronicity there. But yeah, Copy Legends it's where I put all of my time, all of my effort, and all of my value into right now. So along with this, I'm also planning to be a part of the Black Friday Summit that you and Rob are putting on, and that's what I'm doing these days, man.
Amazing. And for one quick clarity, what is Copy Legends? Is it just a newsletter? What are you teaching people? What exactly is Copy Legends?
Great question. So Copy Legends, one of my biggest passions is also researching the old school copywriters and advertisers, the guys that a lot of the copywriters in our industry grew up hearing their names or reading their books, or, you know, the guys that we romanticize from shows like Mad Men, right? David Ogilvy, Claude Hopkins, Eugene Schwartz, Gary Halbert. And so along with a host of digital products, and I'm working on my first course, a majority of the products are these old school swipe files and ad collections from these guys dedicated to their life's work. And that, along with some sales letter collections. And about 9 months ago, I also partnered with Drayton Bird on a monthly subscription where we go through some of these old school ads, and Drayton provides his ad commentary on it. I go through and break it down line by line, sentence by sentence, and some of them end up being, 50 to 60 pages worth of stuff for an ad that was 500 words on a single page. And so Copy Legends, along with some digital products like that, is also a newsletter where I do my best to pass on that information, that wisdom that I've learned from dozens and hundreds of these old school books and hacks and strategies and stuff related to these guys' teachings.
I love that. That's fascinating, man. Well, dude, without further ado, let's dive in. I'm anxious. I'm ready to learn from you. The floor is yours, and let's do this.
Right on, brother. So today we're discussing the 4 simple strategies to boost your email response rates and deliverability. And so one thing as email marketers, and I know that you are very intimately familiar with this concept, and I imagine your community is as well. And so one critical note about our email sender reputation, right? So every time we send an email, there's multiple factors working for us and against us, right? And all of these play a significant role in our overall email sender reputation, from open rates and click rates to when somebody stars our email in Gmail, or they add our contact or whitelist our contact, and even from moving our emails from the promo tab to the primary tab, right? And so the more of those we get, the more confidence our ESP has in our ability to deliver value to our readers. And so the core objective here, like I just kind of mentioned, for our email sender reputation is really for our ESPs to determine whether our emails are some form of unsolicited spam, right? Or if it's a welcome personal message between a couple of friends. And so what's the one thing that we do with most personal emails that we receive, right? We reply to them, right? If our buddy sends us an email, or a friend, or even our coworker, we're inclined to reply because that's the environment of that communication. And so the number one mistake that I see most email marketers make, most welcome emails, they try to inspire responses, right? Because a lot of the big time email marketers are familiar with this concept. And so one of their objectives is to get that reply or that click or that whitelist or whatever it may be. And so most welcome emails that I see that try to inspire responses or whitelisting, they speak from their ego, from the sender's ego, rather than the reader's. And it's a critical mistake, and it leads to this significant lost opportunity. And we've all seen these styles of emails before, these snippets in the footer of these emails that says, hey, can you do me a favor, reply to this email, add my contact, and whitelist my email address. This helps to make sure that all of my emails land at the top of your inbox, right? And so it's a lot more sender focused. And if I were to send that message, I'm receiving more value in that moment based on the commitment of that reply or that click than the sender is. And so in my perspective, here's what they're actually saying to their new readers, right? It's like, hey, I know this is the very first email I've ever sent you, and I know I haven't proven myself worthy of your readership and your time, but can you do me a favor, right? Before I demonstrate how much value I can actually deliver to your inbox, can you just give me the master key so I can show up anytime I damn well please? Thanks so much, right? And that's sort of the vibe that we get. And as far as email marketing goes, this reply is a sacred gift from our readers, right? It's one of those things that has the most influence for our email sender reputation, right? Because when our ESP sees a reply versus an open, they're gonna weigh the decision to reply a whole lot more heavily than they are to an open or a click or even a star. And so we miss this opportunity to earn this sacred gift from the reader when we either ask our readers to do us a favor, to give us something of theirs, whether it's time, inaction, data, feedback, without providing a value-driven reason why that makes sense for them to perform that act for us or to do us that favor. And so the second one is when we jump the gun and propose the offering at the wrong time and in a way that benefits us disproportionately to our readers. And the way I see it, the simple truth is, if our number one objective is to sell the response, right, then why not make it 100% about serving our readers in a way that creates a genuine win-win opportunity right now, rather than on the illusion of potential future email values and future value based on future emails. It's like, as opposed to, hey, whitelist me now so I can send you some really good stuff in the future, as opposed to creating something where the reader benefits right now. And so the first strategy that I use, I call it the 4-hour email, and that's hardly original. This comes from an idea and a concept that Ian Stanley uses for his 6-hour email. And so this is the second email that I send to every new subscriber to Copy Legends, whereas the first, my welcome email, it has a different set of objectives, right? So the first is to deliver the free gifts that I promised to them during their opt-in experience, right? The second is to demonstrate the style of emails that they'll receive from me so that they can kind of understand, like, okay, this is how this guy behaves or performs or writes in the inbox as opposed to on the opt-in page or a sales letter. And the third is to introduce my variation of the parallel welcome sequence, which all kudos go to Daniel Throssell here, who's the original mastermind behind this idea. And so I've taken his concept and the brilliance of the architecture of that framework and applied it in my own way for Copy Legends that makes sense for the value and the story and the content that I'm looking to deliver. And so 4 hours after that, they receive this email, and it's a shorter one, but I'll read it for you here. I always keep my promises. It's important to me, especially in this digital age of anti-spam and email priorities for our precious inboxes. So I want to be 100% certain that you're able to download both of the products as promised, the Legendary Ads Vault and the Profit Swiping 101 guide. If these links do work for you, reply to this email saying yes. This lets me know that you're all set. If these links don't work for you, reply to this email and let me know. This allows me to help you out. And if you reply to this email and let me know, I'll send you my exact 5-step ad copy sequence I use to launch Copy Legends to $101,110 in total sales in the first 124 days. So here's to building some trust and reliability. Matt, keeper of promises, Bach and Steady. P.S. I'm a real person, and this is my personal email address. Your reply can be as simple as the word yes, or if that triggers your stranger danger alarm, you can also send a blank reply, or even your favorite number. All of this lets me know that you've been taken care of. And in return, I'll send you my 5-step ad copy sequence, and the value you'll gain for the 5 seconds it'll take. justifies the 5 seconds you can take. The choice is all yours and you hold all the power. And so this exact email from me generates a 25.8% response rate. And so I took a screenshot of this yesterday. So that's 861 replies that I've gotten to this message. And yesterday, I believe that the size of my new list where I'm new people are going in was like 33, 34. And so to put this into perspective, let's compare that to the other rates that we talk most often about in email marketing, right? Like a 25.8% open rate is a strong email, right? A 25.8% click rate is pretty damn impressive. That's something that you don't see. But a 25.8% response rate is unheard of, right? Because it's not one of those benchmark metrics that we track. It's not something that we have available in our ESPs. And it's also something that you can add to any flow. So all of you guys watching this right now, if you offer digital products, you can offer a free gift for confirming their ability to download and to access your digital files, right? If you offer physical products, you could offer a free gift for confirming that they receive their tracking details in their confirmation email, right? And Chase, I know that you'd be able to speak more to this on the idea of e-commerce capabilities and what that may look like for e-commerce. But the idea that I came up with quickly was tracking details or a confirmation that your order's been received or something that inspires this type of communication between you and the customer.
Yeah, I mean, I only comment I want to make is this is phenomenal. Like 1 out of 4 people responding is crazy, which means your open rate obviously has to be well more than that, right? Your open rate has to probably be 2, 3x, right? Which is also phenomenal. So yeah, this is sick. I'm really enjoying this.
Good deal, brother. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating to go through the numbers with these types of strategies, especially, and it takes a little bit more work, right? So I'm searching for the words or the phrase that I use in that email, clicking the 50 more button on my Gmail account to see what the final number is. And so strategy number 2 is the referral reward email. And so I recently started using SparkLoop for my referral program. Rob, thank you so much. Your newsletter was the very first place that I found that. So cheers, brother. So for mine, I offer 10 different reward levels, right? And so here are the first 5. Essentially 5 free ad collections for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 referrals. And what's unique about Copy Legends is one of the appeals that I get to use in my offerings is the collection appeal. This is something that Joe Sugarman talks about. It's sort of like baseball cards or Pokemon cards, right? There's an appeal to the owner to have a complete collection. And so by offering these as the first 5, people are like, yes, now I get to add the David Ogilvy collection, or now I can add Victor Schwab, or, and so that's why that I've had some really great success with this referral program. And here's the email that they get for that. And I don't necessarily have to read through it, but it's essentially, hey, notification for each of those 5 first referrals. And it's like, let's make one thing clear. You just landed your first referral. It's actions and trust like this. It allows Copy Legends to grow organically based on your recommendations and referrals. And thank you for trusting me. As your reward in the center column here, it's like, here's your list of options. Here's 19 or 20 different options. You get to choose your reward, right? And so on the right column, I say, all you got to do now is reply to this email and let me know which one you want, and I'll send it right back over your way. And so as you can see back on the left here, I highlighted where Sam here replied and said, I want Eugene Schwartz. And so for the people who participate in my referral program, it's great, right? So when they reply to me, they may be thinking, well, this sounds a little too good to be true. This guy's really just going to send me a download link for this whole David Ogilvy collection with 84 different ads. And so when I follow up on that, follow up on my promise and send it to them, they're like, okay, this is the real deal. I'm going to go get another referral. And so oftentimes I'll hear from Sam another 4 times in the next week, because now he's stoked and the feedback is instantaneous and the gratification is instantaneous. And this has been another email that's been working really well to generate some replies. And so this is also a strategy that you can really use in any brand's email marketing, right? If it's a referral program, include a choice of gift for each new reward or for the first few reward levels. If it's a loyalty program that sends out automated emails after somebody spends $100 in your e-commerce store, offer them a choice of gift. It's like, hey, you can get a free beanie or a hat or a t-shirt, or you can get 10% off here, 15% off this category, or whatever it may be. There's so much opportunity for creativity here that it's worth testing out to see if it can, to see how far it can really go for your brand and your business. And so the third strategy here, the cross promo reward email. So, and Chase, I know that you're familiar with this part. Over the past several weeks, Copy Legends and myself run a number of successful cross promotions with some of our fellow email copywriters, from Drayton Bird and Daniel, Rob, Bill Mueller, John Bajakovich, Stack Marketer, Black Friday Summit, and you most recently. And so because we never ask our readers to do something for free, here's what made these cross promotions really so successful for both sides, not only for Copy Legends as the one introducing, but for people like you on the receiving end of the emails that I'd sent out. So when I encourage the Copy Legends community to subscribe to the copywriter whose email list that I'm introducing, I offer a relevant value stacking reward, right? And so for Daniel, it was a free collection, a free ad collection. For Stack Marketer, it was a thesis paper from 1972 on the topic of understanding the copywriter. And for the Black Friday Summit, it was a 313-part bundle that's done really well. That includes 3 separate things with 313 total bullet points and tips and strategies and stuff. And so between these simple styles of emails and cross promotions, I've benefited in the form of receiving hundreds and hundreds of these personal replies for people saying, here's the subject line. Thanks so much for introducing me to Chase or Daniel or Rob. Send me my free gift. And I reply, hey, thank you. It's really a pleasure to be able to reward you in this way, to thank you for trusting my recommendation to check out people like Chase and Daniel and Rob, and people who I know as a fellow copywriter are able, ready and willing to deliver some extra value straight to your inbox like they do to mine. So, and then here's a little bonus strategy that's been really, really fun this past week. And so reader generated content. So I recently started polling the Copy Legends community, asking them to reply to me with their top 2 to 3 to 5 favorite copywriters whose email list they love the most, that deliver them the most value, and the ones that they read every time they see their name pop up in the inbox. And so because I asked them to do something for me, my promise to them was pretty simple. Once we hit 500 unique replies, everyone who submits their votes, they'll receive the complete list of the top 100 copywriter email lists of 2021. And here's why this has been really significant. So over the past week, I've received 321 unique responses, which at the time was over 10% of my list when I started sending this email out. And so that's 1,242 votes and almost 200 different copywriters whose names were submitted by our fellow copywriters. So not only am I able to improve my email sender reputation, but I'm also given this really incredible opportunity to better understand my readers, right? Which copywriters they love the most, which content are they enjoying the most and consuming the most. And also it creates this opportunity where I'm getting to know really who the big influencers are in the copywriting sphere. And that gives me more opportunity to create these potential future cross promotions where I can deliver more value and introduce my entire list to these people that are so well loved by the rest of our list. And so this is also another strategy that can be used for just about any brand's email marketing, right? If you can create a poll or a survey that's highly relevant to your readers, incentivize them to participate by offering them a free gift, and then maximize their appeal to respond by making it clear that only the participants are able to qualify for the free gift. It creates this really beautiful piece of user-generated content that you can then redistribute to the winners. It gives you an idea of more content to create in the future, and it's wide open with a strategy that's really simple to send, really simple to coordinate and facilitate, and something that drives value to just about everybody involved.
Yeah, Matt, this is killer. I want to hop in really quickly. So for those listening or watching this on YouTube, please drop a like, please drop a comment on this video. If you guys are listening to the podcast, definitely check out Matt's stuff. Matt, where can people find that list? I'm actually really interested in getting my hands on that list when it's ready. You just go to Copy Legends, or how do people find that list of the top 100?
Yeah, so copylegends.com is where anybody can hop onto the email list and join the Copy Legends community. And so in that, I will be sending out a few more emails until we reach the 500 total uniques. And so all you got to do is hop on the list. When you see an email that encourages you to reply to that email, send me a reply. I'm manually updating and adding the spreadsheet. And so once we get 500, everybody who replied, I have everyone's emails cataloged who's replied, and I'll be sending out an email to those people.
Amazing. So I'm going to go reply, make sure I can get on that. I know I'm already on your list and I love your content, but I'm going to go reply so I can be added. If you're listening or watching this, go to copylegends.com, get on his list. I'm really curious to see that list. So cool. Keep going, please.
Yeah, no worries. It was good timing too. So a few critical points to remember as email marketers, right? So the relationships that we share with our list must remain our highest priority, right? And when we ask them for a personal reply to our emails, it's a form of sacred contract, really. There's a level of trust and security that needs to be had to where they don't just think you're doing it just for deliverability purposes, right? Because a lot of our readers are also very savvy to what's going on, being the reader on the receiving end of a sender who clearly has objectives that are designed to improve their business. And so it's our job to make sure that there's sincere and genuine value and opportunity there when they do offer to gift us with their replies. And so, yeah, these 4 really basic, simple strategies. There's now 1,000 different readers in my inbox or in my community whose inboxes trust Copy Legends, right? Because they've replied whether once or a dozen times. I mean, there's names in my inbox that I've had 2-3 dozen conversations with, because now they're comfortable and confident knowing that, hey, I reply to these emails too. I'm not just asking you to give me your stuff without any sort of feedback. And so every email that I reply with, I'm the one replying with a genuine piece of gratitude to thank them for participating. And so that's really the entire objective for us as email marketers, is to deliver value to our readers with valuable emails. And so these are 4 different strategies that help to improve our odds and deliverability to make sure that those emails do land at the top of their inbox.
This was absolutely incredible. This was far over delivered. I didn't expect anything less, though. I cannot wait to get this video live. So for those listening or watching, go to copylegends.com. That link will be in the description. And then what about social, Matt? Do you have any social handles that you want people to follow, whether it's Instagram or Twitter or something else?
Yeah, Instagram is the one that I'm most active on, and that's the same, at Copy Legends, one word.
Amazing. Matt, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Likewise, brother. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Cheers.
Thanks.